Hello there. Welcome to Urinetown. Not the place, of course. The musical. Urinetown, the place is... well, it's a place you'll hear people referring to a lot throughout the show.
You hear the news? They carted old so-and-so off to Urinetown the other day.
Is that so? What did he do?
Oh, such and such, I hear.
What do you know? Old so-and-so.
It's a kind of mythical place, you understand? A bad place. A place you won't see until Act 2. And then, well, let's just say it's filled with symbolism and things like that. Urinetown, the musical. Here we are. Welcome! Takes place in a town like any town you might find in a musical. So here's the first setting of the show. As the sign says, it's a public amenity, meaning public toilet. These people have been waiting in line for hours to get in. It's the only amenity they can afford to get into.
Say, Officer Lockstock, is this where you tell the audience about the water shortage?
What's that, little Sally?
You know, the water shortage, the hard times, the drought, a shortage so awful that private toilets eventually became unthinkable, a premise so absurd—
Whoa there, little Sally! Not all at once. You'll hear more about the water shortage in the next scene.
Oh, I guess you don't want to overload them with too much exposition, huh?
Everything in its time, little Sally. You're too young to understand this now, but nothing kills a show like too much exposition.
Well, how about bad subject matter?
Well...
or a bad title even? That could kill a show pretty good.
Well, little Sally, suffice it to say that in Urinetown the musical, people have to use public bathrooms in order to take care of their private business. It's the central conceit of the show. Better hope your pennies add up to the fee. We don't want you peeing for free. If you do, we'll catch you. We never fail, and we never bother with jail.
You're at Urinetown. Hope you'll go to Urinetown. Away with you to Urinetown.
You won't need bail. Later on, you'll learn that these public bathrooms are controlled by a private company. They keep admission high, generally. So if you're down on your luck, you have to come to a place like this. One of the poorest, most filthiest urinals in town.
And you can't just go in the bushes either. There's laws against it.
That's right, little Sally. Harsh laws, too! That's why little Sally here's counting her pennies. Isn't that so, little Sally?
I'm very close, officer. Only a few pennies away.
Aren't we all, little Sally? Aren't we all?
Excuse me, sir, but can you tell me the way to the private company that controls these public restrooms?
You mean you're in good company?
That's the one!
You'll meet the guy who runs You're Good Company later. That there's his daughter.
It's quite a ways from here, ma'am. This here's the bad part of town.
Oh, so it is.
But if you squint, you could just make out their headquarters rising above the skyline.
The gleaming tower on the hill?
That's the one.
Gosh, it's beautiful!
You most certainly are.
Pardon?
It most certainly is.
Oh dear, I'm late already. Thanks ever so much for the directions and such. Bye.
Anytime.
Well, we've talked on long enough, I imagine. Enjoy the show, and welcome to Urinetown, the musical.
You are humble audience. You have come to see what it's like when people can't be free. First act lasts an hour. Don't assume you're fine. Best go now, there often is a fun. This is Urinetown. One restroom here at Urinetown. It's unisex at Urinetown, all by design.
It's the oldest story. Masses are oppressed. Faces close and bladders all distressed. Rich folks get the good life. Poor folks get the woe. In the end, it's nothing you don't know.
You're at Urinetown. Your ticket should say Urinetown. No refunds, this is Urinetown. We'll keep that dough.
This is Urinetown.
form a line and have your money ready. We'll not be repeating yesterday's fiasco, and that means you, Old Man Strong.
496? 497? Oh, just a few more. A penny for a piece, sir?
Ugh.
Oh. Please, ma'am, spare a penny for a morning pea, ma'am.
What's that?
Or a nickel, or a dime.
Out of my way, child. I have peeing of my own to tend to.
What?
I ain't got it.
Then go get it.
Come on, Penny, you know I'm good for it.
That's what you said last week, and I still haven't seen Penny. What? And that's Miss Pennywise to you.
Bobby, reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday, unless I've grown.
He's my palmist, Pennywise. Can't he come in for free just this once?
Get your head out of the clouds, Bobby Strong. No one gets in for free.
Now, Miss Pennywise, we've all had to make special arrangements for people in high places over the years. Why not let this one be ours,
If Old Man Strong gets him for free, then so do I.
And I! Quiet back there! No one's getting anywhere for free! Don't you think I have bills of my own to pay? Don't you think I have taxes and tariffs and payouts to me too? Well, I do. And I don't pay them with promises, see? I pay them with cash, cold hard cash. Every morning you all come here, and every morning some of you got reasons why you ain't gonna pay. And I'm here to tell you, you is gonna pay.
But Miss Pennywise...
I said no buts, Bobby.
In the name of God, Penny, what difference could it make?
What difference? Times are hard, our cash is tight, you've got no right, I've heard it all before. Justice once is once too much, but once they want the 101's once more. I run the only toilet in this part of town, you see. So if you've gotta go, you've got to go through me. It's a privilege to pee. Water's worth its weight in gold these days. No more bathrooms like in olden days. You come here and pay a fee for the privilege to pee. 20 years we've had the drought, and our reservoirs have all dried up. I take my baths now in a coffee cup. I boil what's left of it for tea, and it's a privilege to pee. The politicians in their wisdom saw that there should be a law. The politicians taxed the toilets and made illegal public urination and defecation. So come and give your coins to me. Write your name here in the record book. The authorities will want to look if you've been regular with me, if you paid the proper fee for the privilege to pee.
But Miss Pennywise...
I said no buts, Bobby. You're a sweet-looking boy, and I like to keep you around. But this man ain't coming in without paying. Not this time.
I can't wait much longer, Bobby. There's just no telling what I might do.
You think you've got some kind of right.
Kind of right, kind of right.
You think you'll come in here and go for free.
Snag a freebie.
The only thing you'll get is no for free.
Negatory.
I'm a business gal, you see. I sell the privilege to me. The good Lord made us so we'd piss each day until we piss away. The good Lord made sure that what goes in men must soon come out again. So you're no different than from lowly me.
But Miss Pennywise...
Now that's enough, Bobby.
And I think I'll charge you twice.
No need to jeopardize your position.
Or better yet, have you arrested.
I'm through with all this, you see.
Since you prefer the law gets tested.
Scrapping cash 3 times
and
a day.
You're in town, you'll see.
I'm crazy with the nitrates half the
It's
time.
dumb to fight with me.
It's no way to live, I tells ya. It's no way to live.
For the privilege to pee.
Pa! What are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
Oh, a whole lot more than that, boy. A whole lot more than that.
Looky there!
How much strong he is, William.
He's peeing right there on the pavement, he is!
If he's going, then I'm going!
Oh, no, you're not!
All right then. Make way. Make way.
Make way, damn you, make way!
So, if it ain't old man Strong.
It's the same. Is this your doing, Strong? It is. Seize him! You've done a terrible thing here today, Strong. I did what I thought was necessary.
Grab a mop then, Bobby. Never thought I'd live to see the day.
Violating the Public Health Act is an exiling offense, Strong.
Quite exiling!
And so what if it is? I feels better now, and that's all I cares about.
Oh, Pa.
I always knew we'd get you in the end, Joseph Strong. Take him away! Bobby!
Pa!
Oh, don't forget me, Bobby!
I won't, Pa.
And tell your mother!
Yeah?
Tell your mother that I love her, Bobby!
I will, Pa, I will.
Remember me, boys! Oh, God, what have I done? Remember me! Remember, Bobby, what became of him.
Remember!
How he indulged a whim. Remember how he made a mockery. He shunned the crockery. Off to the dockery. Don't be like him.
Don't be like him. What do you mean by that?
Just keep your head out of the clouds. That's all I'm saying. Good day.
All right. Now who's ready to pay?
It's my last few dollars, but I'll pay.
Me too. Me too.
We'll all pay Bobby Strong. Always and forever. Just so long as you keep letting us pay.
Oh, Pa. What's to become of you?
Back to work then, Bobby. The morning rush is on.
Where's my dough?
Isn't that what we're all asking ourselves, Senator?
Oh.
Where's my dough? From the cop walking his beat to the little baby asleep in his mother's arms, we're all asking the same question. Where's my dough? And by dough, of course, I mean money.
Well, I made my speech. Now where's my dough?
Oh, there'll be plenty of dough for everyone, Senator, once the new fee hikes breeze through the legislature.
I was hoping to wait for the vote to come through during my latest fact-finding mission to Rio. Wouldn't want to be around once the new fee hikes breeze through.
You think I've gone too far this time, don't you, Phip?
It's a powder keg out there, Cladwell, and this time I think it's gonna blow.
Daddy?
Hope, darling! I thought you'd never get here.
Sorry I'm late, Daddy. I left just as soon as my exams were finished.
How's everything, dear?
Fine, Daddy, just fine. It feels great to be done with school, finally.
You see there, Mr. McQueen? Beautiful, big-hearted, and now with a head filled with the best stuff money can buy.
Well, I'm sure if the stuff in her head is nearly as big as the stuff in her heart, she's gonna be running this company in no time.
That'll be all, Mr. McQueen.
Yes, of course.
Well, I'll be Hope Cladwell and all grown up, too.
Hello there, Senator.
Come to join your father's little operation?
It's just a fax copy position, of course. First day.
A fax copy girl, huh? Well, your father mentioned he'd be bringing on a new fax copy girl.
He neglected, however, to mention how beautiful you'd be. You're so beautiful. Even as a little girl, I always thought...
That's enough, Pip!
Yes, of course.
Well, we won't keep you, Senator. It's a big day. I'm sure you'll be busy on the floor of the legislature, what with the fee hike vote and all.
Oh, my hands will be full, Cladwell, and by this time tomorrow, I fully expect them to be full of cash.
Oh, they'll be full of cash, Senator. We'll all be full of cash, provided the vote comes through.
Oh, the vote will come through, Cladwell. It'll come through just as soon as you come through with the cash.
No worries there, Senator. Once the vote comes through, there'll be nothing else to come through but with the cash.
And no need to worry about the vote.
Pip! I think we understand each other.
Yes. Well, goodbye.
Let's meet the staff. Staff! Staff, this here's my daughter and our newest fax copy girl, Hope Cladwell. Hope Cladwell, the good people of You're in Good Company, or UGC as it's known for short.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Hope!
Say a few words, Hope, darling.
Well, it's a great company, and I hope to help make it even greater.
You're absolutely right, Hope, dear. Absolutely right. For you see, ladies and gentlemen, 20 years ago, we came to the people of this community with a simple proposition. Look the other way while we run this company the way we see fit, and we will keep the pee off the street and the water in the ground. Hope here has come to join our little operation to help us keep that promise. So promise me you'll treat her like the Cladwell she is. For one day, she may be standing in the very shoes you see me wearing today. The shoes I wore when I made that promise many years ago. I saw gray skies foreboding and cold. I saw gray skies and made them rain gold. Now those skies aren't so bleak to behold. They're still gray, but they pay for your salaries tenfold. I took this town that formerly stank. I took this town and made it smell swank. I made flushing mean flush at the bank. I'm the man with the plan, and so who should you thank? Whom?
Mr. Cladwell, we're so thankful for that bank full of dough. You're a Tory adore, and it's cash that you got. Could we hope for much more? We really doubt it.
You may be right now.
Mr. Cladwell, you've got riches, which is just what we need. We say hail to you, the Duke of the Ducats.
I can bring in bucks by the buckets.
You're the master, you're making money.
Faster still than bees making honey.
You're Mr. Cladwell.
Gosh, I never realized that large monopolizing corporations could be such a force for good in the world.
Very few do.
All those coins that we take from the throng end up here where those coins all belong. Lots of coins make our company strong.
Charging fees as we please is alright, it's not wrong.
We're not greedy, as some make us seem. We need funds for our big research team. Men in lab coats and test tubes with steam.
What it shows no one knows, but hey, still we can dream of
Mr. Cladwell, finding answers, curing cancers of doubt. Your ambitions are high, but you're humble as pie. What a wonderful guy, we simply love you.
You're making me blush now.
Yet unpretentious,
Fancy free and so conscientious.
wise but trendy, tough as a mountain.
Goodness flows from you like a fountain. You're Mr. You're
really do seem to adore you. So why do I feel so conflicted?
Nonsense! Did I send you to the most expensive university in the world to teach you how to feel conflicted? Or for you to learn how to manipulate great masses of people?
To learn how to manipulate great masses of people, Daddy.
Which is exactly what we'll do. Now get faxing.
And copying.
And welcome home.
597, 598, just a few more.
Why, hello there, little Sally. Awfully late for a little girl to be out and about. Especially on a night like tonight, don't you think?
Oh, just trying to scrape together a few coins before the late night rush is all. Got one to spare?
Why, sure I do, little Sally. I'm in a good mood tonight.
Gee, thanks. Say, Officer Lockstock, I was thinking, we don't spend too much time on hydraulics, do we?
Hydraulics, little Sally?
You know, hydraulics. Hydration, irrigation, or just plain old laundry. Seems to me that with all the talk about water shortage and drought and whatnot, we might spend some time on those things too. After all, a dry spell would affect hydraulics too, you know.
Why, sure it would, little Sally. But how shall I put this? Sometimes, in a musical, it's better to focus on one big thing rather than a bunch of little things. The audience tends to be much happier that way. And it's easier to write.
One big thing, huh?
That's right, little Sally.
Oh. So why not hydraulics?
Run along now, little Sally. Don't want to miss last call. Miss Pennywise won't hold the gates forever, you know.
Oh, yeah, right. Thanks for the coin. Bye.
What a night!
Everything cleaned up all right, Mr. Barrel?
Sure, same as always. Did you hear him scream, though, Mr. Lockstock?
Old man strong.
All the way down to Urinetown.
Yeah, I heard him scream, Mr. Barrel. Then again, they all seem to scream now, don't they? As their journey into exile comes to a close, and the spires of Urinetown peak above the horizon. They scream then, Mr. Barrel. They most certainly do.
I suppose I thought he might be different somehow.
Different?
Old man strong. Always seemed a bit tougher than the rest. I was hoping he might, I don't know, surprise us somehow.
There's one thing I learned in my many years enforcing the laws of this city. It's that the journey down to Urinetown offers no surprises. Not even from the very toughest amongst us. On that journey, expect only the expected. It's a hard, cold tumble of a journey, worthy of a gurney, a bumble down, a slapped face, smacked with a mace, certain to debase as or stumble down. It's a path that'll lead you only one place, horrible to retrace, a crumble down, a hard, cold tumble of a tourney, jumble of a journey to Urinetown.
Julie Cassidy went to a field behind a tree, saw there was no one who could see her pee.
But me?
And Jacob Rosenblum thought he was safe up in his room. Didn't know the jars he kept up there would obligate a trip to a urine tomb.
There are those who think our method's vicious.
Overly malicious.
A bunch of brutes, but it's we who gather for the people.
Tavern to the steeple.
Lawful fruits, our task, bring a little order.
Swindle at a hoarder.
From what he loots, as the book says, certainly a season.
Trample out of trees.
With hobnail boots.
Roger Roosevelt cup below his belt. Cup ran over when he knelt.
He smelt!
We doubt.
And Joseph, old man strong, held his beat for much too long. Hoped his son might bail him out. His guess was good, but also
Wrong! Well, years passed, all lived in the jungle, scooping out a bungle, nature's bowl. Life of constant deprivation, certain aggravation took its toll. Soon learned power of the truncheon, organize a function, king to brawn. So, if peace is what you're after, Urinetown's the rafter to hang it on!
Julie Cassidy.
Jacob Rosenblum. Jacob Rosenblum.
Julie Cassidy.
Don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them.
And it's a hard, cold tumble of a journey, worthy of a girl with a humble journey. A black with a face, a black with a mace, certain to the basis, a stumble down. It's a path that
leads you only one place, horrible to reach, tricks to crumble down. A hard, cold tumble of a journey, tumble of a journey to Urinetown.
All right, boys. Happy hunting.
Yes. So, have you made plans for your journey yet?
To Urinetown.
To Rio, of course.
Oh, yes. Rio. I had to squeeze Cladwell a bit for our monthly payoffs, extortion fees, briberies, and such. But I think I finally scavenged.
Caution, Mr. Lockstock. It would seem we're no longer alone.
Well, I'll be.
If I'm not mistaken, that there's his daughter.
And all grown up, too. Miss Cladwell, out a bit late, don't you think?
Hello there, officers.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were on a late night behind the bushes to relieve yourself for free kind of walk.
Oh, no, officers. I'm just on my way home from work. First day.
Long hours.
Just like us.
There's some kind of big vote down at the legislature tonight. Plenty of faxing to do.
And copying, I imagine.
Oh, yes, and copying.
I must say, Miss Gladwell, your father mentioned the size and purity of your heart. He neglected to mention, however, the size and purity of your beauty.
Does beauty have a size, officer?
In some countries. I'd take care on these streets late at night, Miss Gladwell. There's no telling what someone wouldn't do for a few coins.
Especially these days, what with those new fee hikes and all.
I'm not afraid of people, officers.
Oh, no?
Not really. Everyone has a heart, you see. As long as you know that, you need never fear a soul.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Even criminals?
Even criminals.
Even policemen.
What? Bobby Strong.
Out a bit late, don't you think?
Out late taking care of another late night rush is all. There's talk of more fee hikes. The people are getting edgy.
Well, I'm glad to hear you were otherwise engaged. Wouldn't want to put you under suspicion of a late night behind the bushes to relieve yourself.
I don't have to do that anymore, officers. Now, while I work for Penny, I don't.
But you still gotta keep your head out of the clouds now, don't you?
And what do you mean by that?
What he means by that is you're a good boy, Bobby Strong. See to it that you don't end up like your father.
And how did my father end up?
Well, we're off. Our work's never done. Good night.
Good night, officers.
Good night, Bobby.
You were rather brave with them.
I don't care much for policemen. Not those two, anyway.
Policemen protect the peace.
Do they?
Usually.
Didn't I see you down by the amenity this morning?
That was me. I was rushing off to work. First day.
You find your way all right?
The gleaming tower on the hill? Couldn't miss it.
Beautiful.
It's rather shiny, that's true enough.
Did you mean what you said to those policemen about it? Everyone having a heart?
sure I did.
Well, mine feels awful cold just now.
Cold.
Or empty, one of the two.
Not because of me, I hope.
Oh no, because of something I did.
Bobby, reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday, unless I've gone.
Or something I didn't do.
Well, if it feels cold, then it must still be there, don't you think?
Unless there's a vacuum where it used to be.
A vacuum? In your chest? It sounds so implausible.
All I'm trying to say is that I let someone down this morning and I can't seem to get it out of my head.
The vacuum?
My action. I let someone down I love dearly and I feel real bad about it.
Well, maybe that's nature's way of telling you that now's the time to lift someone up.
Really?
Sure. Do you think you'd be feeling as bad as you do if you didn't have a heart?
I don't know. I suppose not.
Of course you wouldn't, because then you'd be dead. When darkness surrounds you and you lose your way, you have your own compass that turns night to day, and it's even with you before you depart. Be still, hear it beating, it's leading you, follow your heart.
Follow my heart, but to where?
To wherever your heart tells you to go.
Even there?
Even to the clouds, if that's what your heart commands. What's it saying now?
I don't know. I don't know how to listen to my heart.
You have to listen carefully. Here, let me try. There it is. It's saying, we all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of water for each girl and boy. That bright shining world is just waiting to start. No meanness or sorrow, just cleanness tomorrow, if only you follow your heart. You see there, Bobby? Even your heart knows you should follow your heart.
Peace and joy, plenty of water. I guess I do want those things.
There's something else your heart was saying. Maybe something I shouldn't have heard.
There was.
I think so. It was barely audible, but I definitely heard something.
Well, what was it?
Let me try again. Maybe I can make it out this time. There it is! So faint. It's saying, follow into the open air, far from squalor and noise. Follow, someone is waiting there. Someone who shares all your hopes and your joys. Someone is waiting there. Why, my heart was saying those exact words just the other day.
It was?
Sure it was. Squalor and noise, hopes and joys. It was telling me about all those things.
I didn't know two hearts could speak as one.
I didn't either, until now. Here, listen.
Someday I'll meet someone whose heart joins with mine. Aortas and arteries all intertwined. They'll beat so much stronger than they could apart. 8 chambers of muscle to hustle the love in our hearts. Love is kind and considerate. Love is peaceful and fair. Love can creep up so suddenly. When you least think of it, your love is there. We all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty plenty of justice for each girl and boy. That bright shining world is just waiting to start. No anger or badness, just laughter and gladness. If only I follow your heart.
Well, good night.
Bobby Strong.
Good night, Bobby Strong.
And good night.
Hope.
I won't forget what you said about the clouds and my heart.
And I won't forget what you said about the laughter and the gladness. Oh, wait a minute. When can I see you again?
I'm afraid in this darkness, you can't see me at all. But there's a bright, shining world just waiting to start. I can feel it. Come to amenity number 9 tomorrow, and I'll show it to you.
She loves him, doesn't she, Officer Lockstock?
Of course she does, little Sally. He's the hero of the show. She has to love him.
Yeah, everyone loves Bobby Strong. What's it like, Officer Lockstock?
What's what like, little Sally?
Urinetown.
Oh, I can't tell you that, little Sally.
Why not?
Because it's a secret. That's why. Its power depends on the mystery. I can't just blurt it out like, there is no Urinetown, we just kill people. Oh no! It must be used out slowly, and it must come forth in one mighty cathartic moment somewhere in Act 2. With a bunch of singing and things like that.
Oh. I get it.
It's time for the next scene.
The next morning at the amenity, when the new fee hikes are announced.
That's the one. I'll see you around, little Sally. Keep your head down!
And so, with this piece of paper, the UGC presents amenity number 9, the first of our new and entirely legal fee hikes, which we hope you all will honor and enjoy.
Honor?
Oh, but of course, no one knows better than the good people at You're in Good Company how difficult times are. But research into finding a long-term solution is expensive. So, for the time being, our decision is firm, and we look forward to going to Rio with our new profits. We look forward to finding lasting solutions and things like that. Good luck, Miss Pennywise, and see you in, well, you know where.
You can't do this, Mrs. Pennywise. It'll be up to Urinetown sooner or later for a lot of us if you do.
It'll be off to Urinetown for me if I don't. Now get in line and have your money ready. The new fee hike money, that is.
Miss Pennywise!
Bobby Strong, where the hell have you been?
I'm sorry I'm late, Miss Pennywise. I was up all night thinking is all.
Up all night thinking, is it? You work here now, Bobby. You don't need to go in the bushes anymore.
I wasn't.
Like father, like son, that's what I say. Now let's get to work.
But it was about my father I was thinking about, Miss Pennywise. About what happened to him. About what's happening to all of us.
He broke the law yesterday, Bobby, and that's the end of it.
What if the law is wrong?
What did you say?
What if the law is wrong? What if all of this is wrong?
Wrong? You got a sweet-looking head, Bobby. A sweet-looking head. But you keep it up there in the clouds day after day after day, and it's gotta come down from there. You hear me? Get that head out of the clouds, Bobby Strong. You get it out of the clouds!
Off in the distance, there's a beautiful horizon.
All right, folks, You know the drill.
Gleaming and radiant, it's what I'll keep my eyes on.
The same as it's always been.
As the world turns to face the sun and start another day, it suddenly occurs to me that maybe we can find another way. Look at the sky, full of hope and promise. It's a shining ideal, how I reel when I look at the sky.
Now who's first? I am.
Ma!
Take your fee now, Mrs. Strong. The crude fee, that is.
Daily we make them pay their nickels, dimes, and quarters.
But this is all I have, Miss Pennywise.
And daily we break them, cause we have to follow orders.
Haven't you enough, Mrs. Strong?
And we keep filling money bags with broken lives and dreams. But what's it for? I can't ignore these black, immoral, profit-making schemes. Look at the sky, high above this madness. Here below, feel our shame. It must stop in the name of the sky.
Here's all I have, Bobby. Is it enough?
You keep your money, Ma.
Really?
The fee is the law, Bobby Strong. She'll abide by it or she'll join her husband.
And what if there's a new law in town, Miss Pennywise? A new law that didn't come from any voting process, elected body, or process of judicial review, but a brand new law that came from an organ. That's right, a muscular blood-pumping organ like this one, right here.
A muscular organ?
Well, if this one's too small for you, Miss Pennywise, why don't you try this one on for size?
It's blinding me!
Look at the sky, there's a great big heart there. There's a heart in the sky, there just is, don't ask why, it's the sky.
Don't do this, Bobby. You'll regret it.
I don't think so. Come on, Ma, this one's on the house, for everyone, forever!
Heart knows all things great and true.
The things mere brains can never know.
Your heart points to the great big blue where the people's allegiance must go.
Tell me where!
Look at the sky.
Look at the sky!
That's our inspiration.
Look at the
We can
sky!
win if we try. We begin when we look at the sky.
Bobby, what's to become of you? What's to become of us all?
Look at the sky.
In the distance, there's a beautiful horizon!
It's a banner so wide, flying proudly with pride in the sky.
In the sky!
You'll be off to Rio then, I imagine.
Already got my ticket.
Good work on the floor of the legislature, Fip. It was touch and go there for a while, I understand.
Well, your Beaches of Rio slideshow changed their mind, sure enough, just like it changed my mind those years ago. God, I wish I never met you, Caldwell B. Cladwell.
Sorry to interrupt, Daddy. Just wanted to make sure you got your morning faxes.
Why, Hope, you're absolutely glowing.
It would seem that office work agrees with her, what? With the faxing and all.
And the copying.
Oh, yes, the copying. You're a good girl, Hope Cladwell. I used to be one before I met your father.
A good girl?
You heard me. 622, 623, just a few more.
Daddy, can I ask you a question?
Sure, Hope, darling. What is it?
Do you believe in love?
Love? Why do you ask?
Just wondering. I met this boy, you see, and I really
Sorry
wanted
to interrupt, Mr. Cladwell. We have a little problem.
Caldwell. Long time no see.
Miss Pennywise!
Anyway, it's about amenity number 9, sir. The people there have rioted.
Rioted?
They're peeing for free, Caldwell. I tried to stop them.
The assistant custodian isn't taking anybody's money, sir. A young man by the name of Bobby Strong.
Bobby Strong?
They've rescinded the Public Health Act.
And the Water Preservation Act.
Can they do that?
Strictly symbolic, ma'am. The crowd gathered there is an insignificant amount compared to the population as a whole.
What's happening, Daddy? I don't understand.
I wouldn't expect a good and pure heart like yours to understand.
Mr. Barrel and I are ready, Mr. Cladwell. Just give the order.
What did I tell you, Cladwell? It's a powder keg out there, and I have an important plane to catch. Excuse me.
Fip! You're not going anywhere. Not until we nip this unpleasantness in the bud.
Nip? How so?
You're a Cladwell, Hope. What would you do if the very foundation of your life's work were threatened by the rabble-rousing son of a convicted criminal?
Look deep into his heart and try to understand what made it pound so angrily.
Angry, you say? No one gets angry at me. Not without a beating.
A beating? Oh, Daddy, beating people is wrong.
Life is a beating. The sooner you learn that, the better.
Then life is wrong.
Embrace it. I have.
Life should be beautiful.
Well, life is many things, Hope, dear. Look deeper and you'll see it. I do. I see it everywhere. A little bunny in the meadow is nibbling grass without a care. He's so delightful as he hops for you. You say, "Hi, buddy," and he stops for you. You pull your trigger and he drops for you. Goodbye, Buddy Boo. Hello, Rabbit Stew. Get me, boys?
You tell him, boss!
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the stew. Don't be the dinner. You have better things to do. It ain't no joke. That's why it's funny. So take your cue. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the bunny.
But, Daddy, we're talking about people, not animals.
Well, people are animals, Hope, darling.
Animals with huge incisors and big floppy feet?
Look closely and you'll see them. I do. I see them everywhere. A little bunny at a toll booth. He needs a measly 50 cents. Our little bunny didn't plan ahead. Poor bunny simply doesn't have the bread. He begs for mercy, but gets jailed instead. Huffs and pfeffers in the air as the bunny gets the chair. See the moral, people?
Clear and safe, boss!
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the dope. Don't be the loser. You're much better than that, Hope. You're born to power. You're in the money. Advice to you.
Henry the Bunny.
Don't be the bunny.
A little bunny at a toll booth?
You heard me.
But, Daddy, bunnies don't drive cars.
Oh, don't they?
No, actually, I don't think they do.
Live long enough, Hope, darling, and you'll see many things.
Even a daughter doubting her father?
A little bunny in a shoebox. He thinks he's found a brand new home. So snug and cozy on your closet floor. And then you open up your closet door. Now what's that bunny in my closet for? With a mallet and some clippers, you find out new bunny slippers. Grasp the message, staff?
Right behind you, boss! Don't be the bunny, don't be the shoe. You don't get stepped on.
No, the one who steps is you.
You're stepping up to where it's sunny. Step on the floor. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the bunny.
Wow. All right, everybody, no time to dilly-dally. It's time we bagged ourselves a few rabbits. Let's go!
One at a time, everybody will get a turn.
Here's some cash, Bobby, just for you.
You keep your cash, friend, and relieve yourself in happiness.
A busy day so far. Busiest on record if your book's all right. How's your holding out?
There's a little spillage, but that's nothing to be concerned about. The people are happy, and that's the main thing.
Police!
Run! Wait! Everybody remain calm.
It's gonna take a lot to keep us calm, Bobby Strong.
The people are in control of this amenity, officers. The people here pee for free.
That's my amenity, officers. I want these people taken away.
Officer Lockstock, what's happening?
Why, it's the Act 1 finale, little Sally. This is where Cladwell comes to snuff up the uprising. It's a big song and dance involving the entire cast.
Snuff out the uprising? But what about Bobby's dreams?
Oh, little Sally. Dreams only come true in happy musicals. And a few Hollywood movies. And this is neither one of those. No, dreams are meant to be crushed. It's nature's way.
This may not be a happy musical, Officer Lockstock, but it's still a musical. And when a little girl has been given as many lines as I have, there's still hope for dreams.
Oh, damn it!
Bobby?
Hope.
What are you doing, Bobby? I told you to follow your heart, not seize an amenity.
I did follow my heart's hope, thanks to you.
The amenity won't take much more of this uprising, Caldwell. Bobby's a sweet boy, but not sweet enough to sweeten that spillage. Not by a long shot.
The amenity will take as much as it has to, Miss Pennywise. The days of deprivation are over for these people.
Hooray! The days of deprivation have only just begun. If this madness continues a moment longer.
Sure, Mr. Cladwell. That's what we've been saying for 20 years. And for 20 years, we've waited for a long-term solution that never came. Well, we're done waiting, you see. For a new day has dawned today, a day of hope and happiness, when the idea of human dignity is more than just a forgotten notion and a living, breathing reality. A day, this day, when the people pee for free because the people are free. Hooray! Free, people are free. How can a fee enslave us? See how we can be free from the chains he gave us. We're suffering now such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today.
Free people are free, how can it be? Enslave us, see how we can be free from the chains he gave us. We're suffering now such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today.
From every hail, every steeple, ring out the anthem of the people, making a new way, clearing the clouds of gray to sing of today. Sing of today. Sing of today. Sing today. Sing today. Sing today.
Perhaps best to stay back here with your father, Hope dear. The police will want to charge soon.
Your father?
Charge? Daddy, these people need understanding, not brutality.
On the contrary, Hope dear, a little brutality is exactly what these people need. Officer Lockstock!
Daddy, wait! He only wants the people to be happy. Isn't that worth something?
Happy, you say? Happy? So you want happy, Mr. Strong? Did you say happy, Mr. Strong? If they pee for free, I'm sure they'll be as happy as a pup. With no rules and no more fees to pay, things would be looking up. But too bad the water that we share could fit inside a cup. What of tomorrow, Mr. Strong?
But what of today?
But what of tomorrow, Mr. Strong? Think of tomorrow, Mr. Strong. Our resources are as fragile as a newborn baby's skull. With your actions you would gut the child and leave a lifeless hull. Could it be you so short-sighted, so insensitive, so dull? Think of tomorrow, Mr. Strong.
But what of today?
You
are wrong, Mr. Strong. You and your socialistic frog. If the people are free, they'll push the system to the brink. If today their spillage tell us how tomorrow will not stink.
If it's you and me now, Mr. Strong, which one of us will blink? I say it's you, Mr. Strong, for on the subject of tomorrow,
You are wrong.
Officer Lockstock, prepare your man.
Everybody into the amenity. We'll be relatively safer in there.
Bobby, why didn't you tell me you were gonna start a revolution?
Probably for the same reason you didn't tell me you were a Gladwell.
I'm the same girl I was last night.
That girl would have joined us by now, Hope.
I can't fight against my father, Bobby.
And I can't not fight against him. So you could join us, or you could stand aside.
Stand aside?
You hurt me.
Bobby, think you're standing on the brink. You'll be arrested soon, perhaps as soon as noon. And I could never bear to see you taken where the guilty peers meet the toilet judgment
You
sink.
said to follow your heart. Here's where my heart leads. Now I'll do my part to banish all needs. You made me to see fantastically clear. When people be free, we've nothing to fear.
Now you'll
Your
find a way
words
somehow to
were
help
like
the people pee
seeds
without a
at
hefty
first
fee.
it
But if you
seemed
must
mild,
persist being
they
an
grew
anarchist, my
into
father's men will
these.
see you're sent
These
away from me.
riots
You'll
are
get
child.
Urinetown.
Sing today, not tomorrow.
You'll get Urinetown.
And the lives of sorrow. Today, today, sing today.
You picked a fight you can't win today, Mr. Strong. Your rabble is no match for my men.
He's right, Bobby. They've got 1, 2, 2 men, and we're all so poor.
Now release the girl. It's time you faced your punishment like a man.
Release, nobody's holding.
Bobby, reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday unless I've grown.
You can punish our bodies, Mr. Gladwell, but you can never punish our spirits.
Punish our bodies!
I never agreed to any punishing of my body.
Punishment is all you'll ever know. Once you release the girl.
Bobby, help! We'll turn our bracelets help. No matter what we do, we're in a romance too. Something awful mean that we've never seen. Rebel is the cue. You are born, Mr. Strong. Bobby,
Last
please,
night
your
your words were that first day you smiled. They grew into these. These riots are child. Our child is on fire. These riots are sad. No burns like a heart. Till freedom is won.
We'll get your return.
Sing today, not tomorrow. And the lives of sorrow. Today, sing today.
So what'll it be, Bobby?
Looks like we're in a real bad spot, doesn't it?
Your fellow revolutionaries seem to think so.
I suppose we should leave.
Oh, Bobby, they'll never let you leave now.
Remember me, boys. Oh, God, what have I done? Remember me.
Not without you, they won't. Which is why you're coming with us.
Coming with you? I told you, Bobby, I can't fight against my father.
I told you I can't not fight against him.
But how can I come with you and not fight against my father unless... Oh, dear God! Bobby! No!
From every hail, every steeple, bring out the anthem of the people, making a new way, clearing the clouds of gray. Sing of today, sing of today. Keep your men back, Gladwell. We have your daughter, and we're not letting her go.
Bobby, what are you?
In the name of the sky, you're coming with us.
We're gonna walk right out of here, and you're gonna let us. That is, if you care about your daughter.
You're making a terrible mistake today, Mr. Strong.
Let the girl go, Bobby. She's done nothing wrong.
Don't let go of the girl and follow me.
Boss, what do we do? What do you think? Seize them.
No!
Don't let them get away.
Help me! Help her!
Run, everybody! Run for your lives! Run!
Well, that's it for Act 1. As you can see, the rebel poor are making their way with Hope as a hostage. As for the rest of us, we're thrown into confusion because we're all moving so damn slowly! So we don't catch them! Not yet! Enjoy intermission, and we'll see you shortly. Well, hello there. Welcome to Act 2. Things have changed here a bit since last we saw each other, so I'll bring you up to speed on a few things. As you may recall, the rebel corps under Bobby's leadership kidnapped Hope and used her as a shield to escape due punishment from my man. Word has it they're held up somewhere, some secret hideout. Perhaps this one, right here.
Where the hell is Bobby? And little Sally? And old Ma Strong? They should have been back by now.
Ah, who are we kidding? The police probably nabbed them hours ago. And it's a matter of time before our whereabouts are tortured out of them. Then it'll be off the Urinetown for the lot of us.
What's it like?
Urinetown? Don't even ask.
No one knows for sure.
I got my suspicions.
You do?
Kid, everyone's got their suspicions. What is Urinetown? Urinetown's the end. Swift and brutal punishment, no need now to pretend.
The trap looks sprung and then they're hung and then they cut you down. They'll box you up and ship you out and call it Urinetown.
They'll box you up and ship you out and call it Urinetown, town, 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 town. Dance? No, never do they dance. Those people down in Urinetown, they never get the chance. Dance, they forget it, never, no, unless it's at the bottom of a rope.
So don't get your hopes up. And I say if they're not back soon, we'll give it to her like our father was gonna give it to us!
People wonder lots of things about Urinetown. That's just how we like it. For example, a little boy once asked me, is Urinetown actually a nice place to live? Gingerbread houses along golden frothy canals. Like Venice, but different. I didn't say yes. I didn't say no either.
I want them found, damn it! I want my daughter released, and I want Bobby Strong punished!
We're working round the clock, sir, but like the sign says, it's a secret hideout, so...
Enough of your excuses, Lockstock! You've got weapons, use them!
But sir...
What is Urinetown? Urinetown's a tool, an instrument of power to enforce my iron rule. So send your troops to all the stoops and let them understand. If hope is not returned, it's Urinetown for all the land.
If hope is not returned, it's Urinetown for all the land, 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 land.
Dance, dance, do they think I'll dance? Those people with my daughter want to make me change my stance. Stance, forget it, never, not a nine. I'll teach them not to take from me what's mine.
We should hurry, sir. The emergency planning quorum is waiting.
Ah, yes, of course, the quorum.
That was a close one, Bobby. I thought Barrow saw us there for sure.
We gotta keep on our toes, Ma, at least until we finish distributing the rest of the memos to the other assistant custodians around the city.
Do you think they'll join us?
It's hard to say. They're scared like we used to be scared. But if it's true what they say about everyone having a heart, they'll have to join us. What is Urinetown? Urinetown's a lie, a means to keep the poor in check until the day they die. I did not shrink their dirty work, but things are different now. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow. How? Dance, dance, listen to it dance. My heart is like a stallion racing through a great expanse. Canyons of freedom, that's where it will waltz. Performing coronary somersaults.
Your heart is like a stallion?
I'll explain along the way. Come on.
Tell me where they're hiding, little Sally. I'll see things go easy on you.
Easy on me? You mean like sending me to the nice part of Urinetown?
That can be arranged.
Save it for one of your other stoolies, Officer Lockstock. My heart's with the rebellion. And besides, the way I see it, I'm already in Urinetown. We all are, even you.
Me? And you're in town?
Sure. The way I see it, Urinetown isn't so much a place as it is a metaphysical place. What is Urinetown? Urinetown is here. It's the town wherever people learn to live in fear. So look around, you finally found the place you asked about. For Urinetown.
Now's your time. If you're hopeless, down and out. Where'd she go? Damn it! Enjoy what's left of the show! Little Sally! Little Sally! What did you mean by metaphysical?
I say 5 more seconds, then we let her have the rope. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
That was a close one! Cops crawling all over the place! Little Sally, where the hell have you been?
Spying near the towers, all Cladwell and Phipp and Miss Pennywise. They was all meeting up there. Some kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, a quorum of some kind.
That's it! She gets the rope!
The rope?
Yeah!
Wait a minute! You can't just give her the rope.
Why not?
Because killing her would make us no better than them.
Haven't you heard, little Sally? We are no better than them. In fact, we're worse!
Yeah! What do you think they talk about in those quorums they got up there? How good we are! So listen up now! Any second those cops are gonna bust in here and bust us up like a bunch of overripe cantaloupes. So I say, as long as our juice has gotta spill all over this floor here, her juice has gotta spill too. Gladwell juice! Then we'll see who's better than who. Look at her there, all bound up, gag inside with her head full of hair and her heart full of pride. Well, boys, I've had enough of each arrogant curl. Bing, bang, boom! Let's get rough, play it tough, and stuff that girl!
Snuff that girl, but killing people is wrong.
Then why does it feel so right? Look at us here in a hole on the lamb with our hearts full of fear. What a rip! What a sham! You know, cops, they'll be here busting heads mighty quick.
But we'll beat them to the punch when we snuff out that chick.
We tried doing what we should.
Wasn't glad.
Then we learned that feeling good
Means doing bad.
nuts, they fall close, so they say to the tree. Looky here, here's an acorn from Cladwell I see. And say she is the nut, and of course we're the squirrel. She is what we save for winter, so let's stop that girl.
Bing!
Bing! A big bang!
Bing, bang.
A big bang boom! Boom, yeah!
Okay, no, no!
Stop the girl!
Yeah! Stop the girl!
Stop the girl! Oh yeah! Now go! Stop the girl! Yeah! Stop the girl! Yeah! Stop the girl!
This is the end. Roll the dice, place your bets in this miserable world that's as good as it gets. So now let's live it up. Eat the oyster and the pearl, and let's get this party jumping. Really get it pumping. Get this party jumping. Now let's stop that. Stop that girl!
bring a message of hate to the entire world!
Easy, friend. A message like ours works best under extremely unbalanced circumstances.
Such as we have right here.
Exactly. Now get the rope.
That's right, the rope!
Yeah. String her up. String up the strumpet daughter of the criminal urinal chain owner Cladwell.
Kill her!
Kill her!
Enough!
What?
Bobby Strong.
Nobody's gonna be killing anybody around here.
Why not?
Because she's our security blanket, that's why.
But we're so afraid, Bobby. Killing her might make us feel powerful for a moment.
Friends, I know you're afraid, but this has got to be about more than just revenge and the vicarious thrill of stringing somebody up who can't defend themselves.
Why not? We want to punish her as revenge for her father's crimes.
I think he's just in love with her. That's what I think.
Maybe I am.
What?
And maybe I made a promise up there that no man would be denied his essential humanities due to the conditions of his pocketbook, that no man would be ignored by anyone with the means to help him here and now, from this day forward, because of you, and you. We'll look into the face of our fellow man and see not only a brother, but a sister as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
When did he say that?
I don't remember him saying that.
All I remember him saying was, run! Run for your lives! Run!
Well, that was in the heat of battle. And in the heat, the actual hotness of battle, the cry of freedom sounds something like, run, freedom, run. Freedom, run away. My friends, you have to run, run, freedom, run away. That freedom sun will shine someday. Till then, you have to run, freedom, run away.
I'm frightened.
Well, you should be. Freedom's scary. It's a blast of cool wind to burn your face to wake you up.
Literally?
Yes. There's a trickle of sweat.
There's a trickle of sweat
Dripping in your ear.
dripping in your ear.
My friends, you have to run, freedom, run away. And don't you fret, and never fear, till freedom's won, freedom, run away. There's a great big Cladwell on your tail,
Run, freedom, run.
and he put his henchmen on your trail.
Run, freedom, run.
Oh, I'm simply laying out the tracks. Great big Cladwell's making tracks for you. Ain't no time to relax, you gotta run,
Freedom, run.
Run, freedom, run.
Run, freedom, run. Run, freedom, run.
Freedom, run away.
Freedom, run away. Freedom, run away. My friends, you have to run, run, freedom, run away.
Freedom, run away.
That freedom sun will shine someday. So then you better run, freedom, run away.
Run, freedom, run. Freedom, run away. My friends, you have to run, freedom, run away. That freedom sun will shine someday. Have to run, hallelujah. With the wind in your hair, you'll run to freedom's glory.
Freedom sun.
That freedom sun will shine all over your freedom story. I said freedom. I said freedom. I said freedom. Run away.
police will be after us, that's for sure.
When the time comes, we fight the police.
But how?
With blood, guts, brains if we have to. It may take years. And some of us certainly won't make it through the revolution alive. Maybe all of us. But fight on we will for the decades necessary to claim freedom for the people of this land!
Decades?
How about a real plan?
I've got a real plan.
What? Miss Pennywise, how did you find us?
I had a feeling you'd be here. No one knows the sewer system like you do, Bobby.
Or you?
Mr. Cladwell would like to talk to you, Bobby.
What about?
He wants to discuss the situation with you, man to man. He says he understands how unhappy the people of this community have become, and he wants to find a solution, peacefully.
Now there's a shortcut.
That'll save us on the decades of struggle.
But can we trust him?
Mr. Cladwell doesn't want a fight, Mrs. Strong. He just wants his amenity up and running, smooth and natural. That's all he's ever wanted.
What do you think, little Sally?
I think it might be difficult for your love to grow with hope tied to that chair for the rest of her life.
All right, I'll go.
Bobby, no, what if it's a trick?
That's just a chance I'll have to take.
And what about the girl?
She stays here. Any funny business, and she gets it. You tell that to Cladwell.
Sure, I'll tell him. Likewise with the girl. Give it to her and we give it to him. Get me?
We'll be careful.
Now stay calm, Hope, darling. We'll have you out of this in no time.
Hello, Bobby.
Hello, Hope.
So this is the bright new day you were telling me about?
I understand why you're angry with me, but your father gave us no choice.
They may not have taught me much at the most expensive university in the world, but they taught me this much. Kidnapping people is wrong!
Really? They taught you that there?
I thought we had something special together, Bobby.
We do have something special together, Hope. But until freedom rules the people of this land, love has just as much chance as a baby bunny drowning in a vat of boiling water.
Maybe less.
I didn't mean to drag you into all this, Hope.
Oh, and I didn't mean to... I guess I don't know what I meant to do.
Look into your heart, Hope. The answers to what you're searching for are there, deep among the tissues.
Wait a minute! When can I see you again? When darkness surrounds you and you lose your way, you have your own compass that turns night to day, and it's even with you before you depart. Be still, hear it beating, it's leading you. Follow your... Oh, Bobby!
You've caused quite a lot of excitement over the past few days, Mr. Strong. Gotten a lot of people riled up.
This is just the beginning, Mr. Cladwell. The people have just begun to fight.
Kidnapping my daughter and keeping her confined against her will. Is that how the people fight?
They fight by any means necessary.
The streets are still ours, Mr. Strong. Your people are just holed up in some underground sewer.
They'll be up.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Cladwell. There's a disturbance over at public amenity number 13. Number 15 as well. Word's begun to spread.
People have gathered at all the rest. They're waiting to see what young Bobby will do.
After he meets with you, of course.
Of course. Mr. McQueen! Do you remember the stink years, Mr. Strong? The first years when the water table started to drop and then just kept on dropping? Most of us didn't think we had much time then, and many of us did questionable things, much like the things that are happening right now. There was the looting and the hoarding, of course. Riots broke out like there was no tomorrow, for there was no tomorrow. But there is always a tomorrow if you're tough enough to cling to it, which is why I've asked you here tonight. Some people see me as an evil man.
Awful.
But the truth is, I'm no more evil than you, or Miss Pennywise, or any of those poor people you insist on trying to lead. I'm just a simple man, trying to cling to tomorrow every day, by any means necessary.
What happens when the drought is over?
Over? Well, we can always hope, I suppose. But until then, our regimen of controlling consumption through the regulating mechanism of cash must continue.
Ah, the regulating mechanism of cash.
Bobby, I want you to have this cash, and I want you to tell the people that the powers that be grant full amnesty to those involved in this week's criminal activities, as long as they're willing to return to the improved fee schedule as authorized by the legislature. Don't let it happen again. And have a good time in Rio.
So many tomorrows.
Yes.
But I'm afraid my conscience will cost you more than a pile of cash, Mr. Cladwell.
Bobby, it really is an awful lot of cash.
Free access is the only cash I'm interested in.
I thought we had an understanding, Bobby.
Then understand this. If there really is a way to that bright new day, we'll find it together, all of us, not just the wealthy few. And that means free access.
Free access is impossible.
Then that's what I'll tell the people.
Stop! We will return to the stink years, Mr. Strong. I won't allow it.
Caldwell, what are you doing?
I have spent a lifetime building this company, paying off the police, bribing the political elite, and snuffing out popular resistance as if it were a little baby bunny in the palm of my hand, my right hand. I've centralized all power to a pinpoint spot right here, between these two ears. And I'm not just gonna let some dreamy-eyed boy who can't remember the stink years to ruin all of that. Seize him!
Don't do it, Caldwell. There's no telling what they'll do to the girl.
Then that's just a chance I'll have to take.
He really is as evil as they say.
You think just because I love my daughter I'll stop clinging to tomorrow?
Caldwell, what are you saying?
I closed my heart to love once. I can do it again. To Urinetown with him then. With all haste, Officer Lockstock. With all haste!
You lied to us, Cladwell! Cladwell!
Why did I listen to that man? Why did I listen to the nature of his plan? And when he talked, I should have walked, I should have balked, I should have ran. Why did I listen to that man?
You, get word to police headquarters. We'll need all hands on deck tonight. And Vip,
Yes, Cladwell.
assemble the legislature. I want full authority for the coming crackdown.
And dirty my hands with this bad business? Not on your life.
Don't kid yourself, Vip. Your hands are as filthy as a child's during sandbox time. But don't worry, you can wash them soon enough. Wash them by the banks of the Rio del Rio.
Why did I listen to that crook? A little bribe and cash is all it really took. That's how that craven toilet maven made me cave in. I'm a schnook. Why did I listen to that crook?
You lied to us, Cladwell. You told us one thing, then you did another. That's what you did, Cladwell. That's what you did.
Come on then, young Bobby! You can't keep screaming all the way down to Urinetown.
But Hope, she's still with the others. What happens to me happens to her.
What happens to you happens to all of us sooner or later.
Rather later than sooner, I'd say.
But not to Hope. Oh, please, not to Hope.
Now we finally got you. Now you're in our claws, captured in our city of laws. There's no trial or jury, nothing to discuss. Now the law is speaking through us. You'll get Urinetown, off you'll go to Urinetown, away with you to Urinetown. Now no more fun.
Bobby, I have to save Hope.
There's no saving home now, Miss Pennywise.
There may be no saving you.
Oh no? Then take that, and that, and this and a few of these!
Why did I listen to that boy? He spoke of hopes and dreams that filled me with such joy. How can I know he loved me so? Was it for show? Was I his toy? Why did I listen to that boy?
So what's it like this year in town? I've heard so much about.
Perhaps better for us to show you.
What's this?
You, my boy, stand on the very threshold to a new world.
The door is in front of you. Step through and Urinetown awaits.
Door, more like a railing. And pigeons, a rooftop.
And a drop!
A decisive drop.
I guess I still don't understand.
Never fear, the time of understanding is at hand.
Welcome then to the very gates of Urinetown itself.
Why did I listen to that cat?
Why did I listen to my dad? I went to work for him, he said he was so glad. Was he sincere?
Well, now it's clear.
And now I fear that I've been had. Why did I listen to that crook, that cat, my dad, 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 my dad.
Look, it's public amenity number 47 in the legislature. In my boyhood home, why? We're just standing on top of the UGC headquarters building. And this is our town.
Yes. Yes, it is.
How is it that we could be in our town and in Urinetown at the same time? Unless. Oh no, you cut it out!
Over you go then.
So you're just gonna throw me off this roof and that's supposed to be Urinetown? Death is Urinetown?
That's one interpretation.
Why did I listen to my heart?
Jerry.
I heard its call and made this revolution
Nothing to
start.
discuss.
Take up my throng and hear my song. My clan will see that he is wrong. Why did I listen to my heart? Why did I listen to my heart? I heard its call and made this revolution start. Take up my throng and hear my song. My clan will see that he is wrong. Why did I listen to my heart? Why did I listen to my heart? Why did I listen to my heart?
A shovel and a mop, Mr. Barrel. You know the drill.
What is taking them so long?
They should have reached an agreement by now. Cladwell's not one to dilly-dally.
All night, the sirens and the screams. Maybe they're celebrating?
Bobby's a good boy. He won't let us down. If anyone could find the way to freedom, he can.
Otherwise, we kill the girl, right? That's the plan, isn't it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we?
Little Sally, what's going on up there?
It's...
Yes?
I saw Bobby.
Yes?
I don't think the meeting went very well.
Why do you say that?
Well, they threw him off a building.
What are you saying, little Sally? Who threw who off a building?
Bobby, the policeman. They threw him off a building.
The policeman threw Bobby off a building?
They couldn't have done such a thing. We have Cladwell's daughter. Well, they did.
Is he all right?
Well, is he?
Oh, Bobby, the policeman came soon enough, but not before I heard his last words.
His last words?
That's right. They were about her. Well, what were they? They were... Tell her I love her. Tell her I'll always be with her, and I will see her in a better place where hope is always new. Ours was a short time. Ours was a love that never bloomed, and in that love there lived a brand new hope. It's calling out to you. Its call is soft and gentle, tame and fine. It's docile
a pickle in the brine. What did I say? That isn't what I meant. I've lost my sense of scent. I feel my life is spent. No one is innocent.
No one is innocent. What did he mean by that? I don't know. He started fading in and out after a while. It was a miracle he was alive at all. The fall was so horrible.
How can we say we're not innocent? Not innocent of what?
Not innocent? Who the hell does he think he is?
He's innocent!
Wait! Please! There's more. He said, tell all the people. Tell them the time is always now. Tell them to fight for what they know is right.
I've lost my sense of sight, and yet I see them. I see them standing hand in hand. I see them standing hand in hand, and cheek to cheek and gland to gland. There still is hope, I see it in this land.
If only. Yes?
If only.
Yes?
And then he expired.
That bastard Gladwell lied to us!
First he takes my Joseph, and now he takes my Bobby. Who will lead us now?
We're lost! Lost, I tell you! The rebellion is over!
Destroyed with the shove.
What do we do?
I'll tell you what we do! We do to her what they did to him!
That's right! Do to her what they did to him!
Or you could take me instead.
What?
Miss Pennywise!
Seize her!
Yes, do whatever you feel you need to, but please spare the child.
Old woman, you've been grasping and conniving all your days. Why so giving now?
Because Hope is my daughter. And I am her mother. Yes, Hope, it's true. I am your mother. The one-time lover of Caldwell B. Gladwell.
Strumpet!
Slattern!
Call me what you will, but it was during the stinky years, you see. No one thought they had much time then. So many of us did questionable things. There was the looting and the hoarding, of course, but there were also the fond farewells and the late-night trysts. Life was an explosion filled with cheap cabarets, dancing girls.
And love?
Oh, yes, and love. There was love like no tomorrow, for there was no tomorrow. But there is always a tomorrow of some kind or another. Oh, after you were born, Caldwell made me promise to never reveal my identity to you, for I was something of a strumpet in my day. But never in my wildest...
Enough! My heart is telling me many things right now, as you can all well imagine. But one thing it's bellowing louder than anything else is that when there's wrong in the world, we must right it. You did a wonderful thing by coming here, Miss Pennywise. Mom, and if you can reform yourself, maybe we can reform a lot more than we know. Ladies and gentlemen of the rebellion, if you wanted to do to me what you did to Bobby, I wouldn't blame you.
Seize her!
But if this righteous rebellion were to peter out in Bobby's absence, sending his memory to oblivion, I would blame you. All of you. Kill me and the rebellion dies with me. Let me lead you and the rebellion will triumph.
Lead us?
She's mad!
Lead you to the very nerve center of my father's empire.
I've got a key.
And the guards know not to question me. But once there, we'll question Daddy. Oh dear, yes, we'll question him plenty.
Why should we trust you?
Because Bobby, your hero, loved me. And I loved him.
Hope, dear girl, on behalf of the people of the rebellion, maybe in time we might love you too.
That's what matters most, isn't it? Love. Now let's go do to them what they were ultimately going to do to us. Hooray!
With a lust for saving water, man gives daughter up for dead.
Play it on your Stradivari.
He's not sorry, not a shred! He's not sorry, he's not sorry, he's not sorry.
An absolute maze. That's what the sewer system is.
I'm going down to give it another look. You stay here. Guard the streets.
Say, Mr. Lockstock, I've been meaning to ask. Do you ever have doubts about what we've been doing? About the killings and all?
It may surprise you to learn that I do. But the health and security of this town are my primary concern. I love the people of this town, Mr. Barrow. Very much. Cladwell's edicts may be their only hope.
And I love you very much.
I see.
Well, that went pretty well.
You who fly the blimp of evil, shut up, people in the air.
Then ask why the ride gets jarry. Now you're sorry, you're up there.
You're sorry, now you're sorry.
I'm perfectly capable of finding my own way to the legislature, you know.
No offense, Senator, but Mr. Cladwell didn't want you flying the coop. What with the coming crackdown and all.
And what if I am flying the coop? What if I'm actually on my way to the airport right now to catch the last flight out to Rio? What would you say to that,
Can I come?
Tremendo from debasing, need erasing, need the knife. Let their blood flow like Campari. We're not sorry. Hey, that's life.
We're not sorry. We're not sorry. We're not sorry. Just for trade-offs. Sorry now, but I'm sorry. We're not sorry. We're not sorry.
They're not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
No one's sorry. No one's sorry till they get to your bridge.
Any word from Lock, Stock, and Barrel, Mr. McQueen?
Not yet, sir. They're still searching the sewer systems.
Which is where they'll be keeping Hope, I imagine. I just hope that when we meet together in heaven, she can find it in the vastness of her heart to forgive me.
Giving up on me so soon, Daddy?
What?
Miss Cladwell, what an unexpected surprise.
Is there any other kind?
Hope, darling, thank God you're safe.
I'm not safe yet, Daddy, but I will be. Soon all the people of this land will be safe.
Most of us, anyway.
What?
It's over, Caldwell. We've come to take you away.
Take me away, but to where?
To the same place you took young Bobby.
And old so-and-so.
And all those who wouldn't or couldn't pay your criminal fee hikes.
Seize him!
Hope, darling, what's the meaning of this?
I've joined the revolution, Daddy! And you? I believe it's time you join the expat community of Urinetown.
You're making a terrible mistake, Hope, dear. You need me more than you know.
The only thing we need now is freedom, Daddy! For the people.
And love?
Oh, yes, right.
and love.
That's what I used to think too, Hope dear, before the stink years. But you see, worldwide ecological devastation has a way of changing a man. You're too young to understand it now, Hope dear, but there really are things more important than love, like food, water, and shelter, for example.
And piles of cash.
Oh, it wasn't just cash, Miss Pennywise. It was an awful lot of cash. So long power, so long money. I'm the bunny this time round.
Remember when our nights were starry?
Aren't you sorry?
Sure, I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry, just unsound.
Take him away.
I regret nothing, you hear me? Nothing! Sure, I may have been a terrible father and a cruel and vicious man, but I kept the pee off the street and the water in the ground. You hear me? I kept the water in the ground!
What now, Miss Cladwell?
Now is the beginning for all of us. Now is a new day when each of us, regardless of race, creed, class, or criminal history, can come together as one people and share the fruits of our labor as one. Now is the dawning of an age of compassion and the right to do whatever you like, whenever you like, with whomever you like, in whatever location you like. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the final day of an age of fear, an age that lasted far too long. Now is the beginning of a new age.
Don't say it.
Of hope. I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river just in view. I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river straight and true. Come to the river flowing for justice. Come to the river rendezvous. Come to the river flowing for justice. All for the people, me and you.
Well, as you guessed, Hope took over her father's business, instituting a series of reforms that made public bathrooms free to all the people, to pee whenever they like, as much as they liked, with whoever they liked, whenever they would like. The UGC was renamed the Bobby Strong Memorial Public Authority and acted as a public trust for the benefit of the public.
Officer Lockstock, where'd you go?
Just keeping my head down, little Sally. Something you should learn to do.
Aren't you afraid the rebels will see you?
I may be a cop, but I'm also the narrator, which means they can't hurt me. Not if they want the show to end.
So many people peeing at will! Thanks to the rebellion, the world is a much better place.
Actually, Miss Cladwell, your father commissioned for a study of water consumption just before
My father was a tyrant. We need never fear him again. Justice is the only tyrant we need obey.
Sisters and brothers fight for the river.
Fathers and mothers,
Babies too. All in the family push toward the river. Shove toward the river. Why don't you step in the river? Wade in the river. Soak in the river through and through.
And
course, it wasn't long until the water turned silty, brackish, and then disappeared altogether. As cruel as Caldwell B. Gladwell's edicts were, they effectively regulated water consumption, sparing the town the same fate as the phantom Urinetown. Hope decided to ignore these warning signs, however, preferring to bask in the people's love for as long as it lasted.
What kind of musical is this? The good guys finally take over and everything starts falling apart?
Like I said, little Sally, this isn't a happy musical.
But the music's so happy!
Yes. Yes, it is.
Such a fever! If only I had a tall, cold glass of water, maybe I would have a fighting chance!
But don't you see, Mrs. Strong? The glass of water's inside you! It always has been! Of course it has! Don't you know what you are? A river? That's right! We all are! You are the river, I am the river. He is the river, she is too. All are the river, flowing for freedom, flowing for justice. Let's review.
We see a river flowing for freedom. We see a river just in view. You see a river flowing for freedom. You see a river straight and true.
I don't think too many people are gonna come see this musical, Officer Lockstock.
Why do you say that, little Sally? Don't you think people want to be told their way of life is unsustainable?
That and the title's awful. Can't we do a happy musical next time?
If there is a next time, I'm sure we can. Well, that's our show. Hope eventually joined her father in a manner not quite so gentle.
No!
McQueen opened up a bottling factory just outside of Brasilia, which did rather well until the Amazon dried up. Then he moved. As for the people of this town, they did as best they could, weaned as they were of the legend born of their father's scare tactics. For when the water dried up, they saw this town for what it really was, for what it was always waiting to be.
This is Urinetown. Always it's been Urinetown. This place is called Urinetown.
Hell Malthus!
Hell Malthus!
Thank you, and good night.